Team Atleti consists of 3 University of Chicago students, Thomas Safier, Ahmed Nadi, and Thomas Chang. Underwater navigation is challenging due to spatial disorientation and the lack of wayfinding anchors. Inspired by fighter jet heads-up displays, our diver UI uses easy-to-read, accessible vital signs, high-contrast visuals for clarity, and a gyroscopic dive path marker to help with orientation. Now, Thomas will explain these features in action.
Ready. Okay, so this is our interface. As you can see, it's inspired by sort of this heads-up display of like an airplane. So we have this sort of horizon or origin bar in the middle, so you can orientate yourself if you're like in the mud and you can't see a lot. And we have these like 2 bars on the sides with like your oxygen and your battery, which like slowly decrease. Then let's demonstrate the call mechanism since we're getting a call. There's 2 options. You can either accept the call or decline the call. But to accept the call, there's 2 ways of doing it. You can just press the accept button. But we also have this functionality so that it's foolproof in the mud, where it tells you can just close your right fist to answer a call. So if you're in the mud, you kind of release your hand. It doesn't really matter. All you have to do is close your right fist, and you'll be able to answer the call.
Rain. Come back to the boat.
And then once you're in a call, you can always just hang up
your
with the red button that just stays there. So you can just hang up very easily. I can also demonstrate how to decline a call, which is pressing this red button over here. Great. And then we also have at the top right over here, instead of a compass, we thought it'd be more compact and neat to just show you like what you're looking at. So for example, right now I'm looking at northeast. I move around. Right now I'm looking at west. And so it's very easy to know what direction you're looking at. When you reach the low battery, it turns red and it starts beeping and it starts flashing low, so that you cannot miss the fact that you have low battery. It beeps again when you're really, really low and your battery's about to run out. The same thing will happen for oxygen when I go underwater. Then we also, let me just walk towards underwater. We have here a display which shows your depth and a display which shows how long you've been underwater for. So when we go underwater, you hear those bubbles. That's because we've just entered the water, and now our depth has decreased a little bit because it's 0 meters right now. If I swim a little bit further down, -1 meters. Great. Now we're in the mud. Let's say I can't really access the buttons very well because I'm in the mud. I can't see my hands. So how do I call the SOS? Well, we can see the top left that it's showing me that by closing my fist, I can call SOS.
You have reached the emergency line.
Okay. It shifted to, it tells you there,
coordinates
call left
using
fist to call
underwater
SOS. I close my
GPS
left
and
fist to call
send a
SOS.
rescue team immediately
It's
to
just
your
done
position.
so. And then another feature we have is being able to navigate to other crewmates. So as you can see, it shows me the location of everybody else. So if I'm here, what I know that Romain is to my right. Romain is to my right, 270 meters away. Pedro's to my left, 174 meters away. And Susie's to my left, 383 meters away. Let's say I want to go to Pedro. I start looking at Pedro a little bit, and I'm like, okay, great. Now I know that Pedro's straight in front of me, and I can start walking towards Pedro. And as you can see, the meters start going down. So yeah, very intuitive, very easy to use. But let's say maybe you're like, okay, this is a little bit too much stuff all at the same time. I don't want to navigate to anybody right now. I just want to dive. Okay, we can always turn on focus mode. You just press the focus mode button, and we're in a focus mode right now. This only leaves what is absolutely necessary, which is a reminder of how to access SOS if you're in the mud, and your oxygen and your battery bars, which without them you wouldn't know if you're gonna die or not. And then last but not least, we have the functionality to call. So you just press this button over here, which opens up the call menu. We can call SOS.
You have reached the emergency line.
Okay. Access the call menu again. We can call anybody. Let's just showcase Susie. Why not?
Did you call? This is Susie's boat.
We can also hang up on Susie. Just like that. And then we can demonstrate finally other. Let's say, I don't know, I for some reason want to call 1, 2, 3, 4. So I press 1, 2, 3. And then let's say I accidentally press, I don't know, 6. I'm like, oh shoot, I pressed 6. Well, we created functionality to get back from mistake, which is just this back button. Great, we deleted the 6. And now I can press, I don't know, 4. So very easy to use. And when I want to call, it's pretty obvious. It's shown by this icon. The call button will activate the call. And obviously 1, 2, 3, 4 doesn't access anybody, so it didn't work, but it would have worked had you called a number that had somebody at the end of the line. And we can always hang up this call, just like that. And we can toggle this interface by just pressing this button over here. And that's it.